So I just got an email from a client. This fella is, he is in the home services business. Turns out he wants to grow the business. They're at, I think, $5 million or something, pretty close for the year. We got to working together, and when I last met with him, which was our first meeting in our little small group, discovered he's got a database of about 20,000 existing customers. So he came and he said, I've got all these ideas. I could hold these sweepstakes. I could do local contests. I could do direct mail. I could run ads in the newspaper, and all of that stuff could potentially work. I said, well, tell me about some of the things you've done in the past to generate revenue. And he told me about this little email campaign that they've sent before. And the email campaign works like this. You send something out, or he sent something out to his customers. He said, hey, you need anyone to come and handle this kind of thing over at your house? So the first thing I did was I said, okay, let's take that campaign that you ran before, forever ago. And instead of broadcasting the entire list, let's broadcast a little piece of the list this week, and let's try like maybe 5,000 people. And I want you to send them the same email, which is, hey, you need any help with this thing? And if somebody opens the email, I want somebody on your team to call them and say, hey, I just sent you an email, and if you need any help with this thing, we've got some availability, we can come help you out. So we did it in week number 1. Sent out, I don't know, it was like 5,000 emails or something, and maybe 300 people opened or whatever it was. And, they called the 300 people and they got a couple of sales. And he was like, yeah, it worked okay. What should I do next? I said, well, first of all, first thing I want you to do, I want you to do that again. Here's why. The first little chunk of people that he emailed, not all of them would have need for the service. They all know, like, and trust him, though, because they've already done business together. That first couple of thousand people that he emailed, that was emailed all the way back in May. They hadn't heard from him in 8 weeks. Okay, so he's not going to risk burning the list out if he goes, hey, you need any help with this thing? That worked really, really well. It started out about 0.8% of the phone calls turned into a customer. By the end of the 8 weeks, when they were really getting good at it, it was almost triple. So it started working. So the second thing that I'm suggesting that he does, of course, is to, well, hey, let's just start calling everybody and just real friendly. Hey, you need any help with this thing? We're the guys that helped you before. And we'll see how it goes, right? So quick little thing to take away from this. Number one, when you're a rainmaker, it does not mean let's have somebody do 9 billion things, ever. Instead, a true rainmaker, what you do is you uncover in that business something that's working better, something that's worked and is working now, and then you just add a little tweak and you make it better. And then you sit back, you see what happens, and then you adjust and go forth accordingly.